And the next speaker on the list is Romania, His Excellency Minister Aurescu. Bogdan, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Romania fully subscribes to the statement made on behalf of the EU, and I would like to make some remarks in my national capacity. A full version of the statement will be circulated in written. Let me thank Minister Linde and the whole team for their outstanding work. Romania remains a devoted supporter of the OSCE principles and values. Unfortunately, year after year, we witness the worsening of the security situation in the OSCE area. We are worried about the rising sophistication of hybrid threats and aggression, from energy security to the instrumentalization of migrants, and also about the significant military build-up at the eastern border of Ukraine and at the Black Sea, and the increasing number of ceasefire violations in East Ukraine. Protracted conflicts pose a very serious threat to the security of the entire OSCE area, not only the Black Sea region, and reaching sustainable political solutions for the protracted conflicts around the Black Sea region through negotiation within internationally agreed formats based on the principles and norms of the international law are essential for creating security and stability. Since I already referred to the topic of the protracted conflicts yesterday during our working dinner, I will not repeat what I have presented in detail. I will only reiterate that for Romania, the settlement of the protracted conflicts in the Black Sea region is a matter of strategic importance. We are constantly promoting this topic high on the agenda of relevant multilateral formats and international organizations such as EU, because we need to make progress on the resolution of these conflicts. Romania reiterates its strong support for the Minsk agreements and the efforts of the Normandy format and the trilateral contact group to find a peaceful resolution of the conflict in Ukraine in full respect of its sovereignty and territorial integrity. All restrictions on the SMM's freedom of movement should be lifted. At the same time, Romania firmly supports a comprehensive, peaceful and sustainable settlement of the conflict in the Republic of Moldova within the 5+2 format, based on the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Republic of Moldova within its internationally recognized borders and without affecting its pro-European orientation. Let me also reiterate Romania's constant support for the work and mandates of the three autonomous institutions, ODIHR, the representatives on freedom of the media, and the High Commissioner on National Minorities. We are also concerned about the security risks created by military exercises carried out without respecting OSCE commitments and obligations. The Vienna document should be urgently updated. With reference to the position expressed by Minister Lavrov, according to which the missile defense system in Romania and Poland can be used for strikes, that is, for offensive purposes, I can only reiterate that this view is fully incorrect. The position of Romania, the US, and NATO was expressed for many times. The missile defense system in Romania is purely defensive. It is meant solely for self-defense purposes in conformity with the UN Charter and is not directed towards the Russian Federation, but refers to threats from outside the Euro-Atlantic space, and there is no intention whatsoever to transform or modify this system into an offensive one. Last but not least, I would like to express my regret that we were unable to make a decision as far as the chairmanship in office of the OSCE for 2024, and we reaffirm our support for Estonia in this regard. Let me conclude by extending our best wishes to the incoming Polish chairpersonship of the OSCE in 2022 and reassure it of Romania's very strong full support. Thank you.